first safeguard, the best thing first in the vinegar, and the puppety corn. A first step puppety corn, the shrimpies.
You are listening to Starfield RAW.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfield RAW. I am Joe the Widget, and I am joined by my fellow co-host, and this is episode number 8, and we have a very interesting one for you guys today. And I am joined by the fellow, I don't know how I'm going to put it, he's not really a man, he's more, I'll just call him the Easter egg Rook.
I'm more of a machine.
I am the machine.
I'm not going any further with that. Welcome everybody, we are ready to rock it.
And we're joined, as always, by Mr. Starfold Archon.
Hey everybody, rocket. I like how you fit the word rocket in there, being a space-themed game. Like how you did that.
He's got jokes.
I got jokes.
What we're going to do for you guys, we were messing around late yesterday in Discord on doing the game. By the way, we have our Discord available. We don't have it specified, so we can't really, not going to list out all the digits of it on the air.
Twitter.
Yeah. If you follow us on Twitter, and I believe we posted the information on our Facebook, or will. And
what's Twitter? Is it
X.
Oh, you're talking
known as
X. You're talking X. Okay. Yeah, now they might know what you're talking about.
I got it. I posted it to our X, formerly known as Twitter, and I will be posting it on Facebook, and it will be in every description of every episode.
So you guys can come join us. We're often on Discord, at least one or two of us. I'm on it the least compared to Rook and Archon, but I try to hop on when I can. But anyway, we were in Discord and chatting, and I showed them the whole stats page. And we started comparing it and laughing, and you could see the very clear difference in our playstyles just by the stats. So we figured we're going to stop, and we're just going to go ahead and do it on the air for you guys today, which is going to be fun. We got the first patch coming out, and we got our gameplay. So we're going to first talk about this patch. Archon.
Looks like Bethesda has been listening to all of our feedback, because they, right off the gate, they fixed some performance and stability issues, especially for the Xbox Series X and S. There are a lot of reports of crashing, things like that. They also fixed a little bit on the PC for various stability and performance improvements, reducing crashing and improving frame rate. As I was reading that earlier, I crashed in game, so that's always great. But the main fixes that they did, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be happy about. They fixed 3 of the main story quests where it was causing issues where it would just block people from being able to move on with the quest. So the quest All That Money Can Buy, if you remember that quest, it's a quest where you go off with Walter. But they fixed an issue in that where players' activity could result in a quest blocker and stop you from moving on. There's also the very, very well-known Into the Unknown bug where some people would be playing and get to that point and never get that quest. And it would just randomly, they would be wandering around on a planet doing a side quest, and all of a sudden it would just randomly pop in and finally show them that they could move on with the main story. They fixed that, so that quest should appear as normal now.
And as we're speaking, this update dropped as we're recording, but 2 days ago for you guys that are listening on Wednesday.
Correct. And then the third quest, Shadows in Neon, they fixed an issue there where something you could do would also cause you not to be able to move on with the quest. So that was also pretty huge.
Yeah, and they talked a little bit about what their upcoming plans. They're going to be doing the creations mods that they did for Skyrim and Fallout 4 for the consoles. So the console players can get mods as well. And I believe they did charge for those on the console, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's going to be the same way for Starfield, but he said, I believe, early next year? Or was it sometime next year?
He just said 2024.
Yeah, okay.
Which is could be January 1st all the way up to December 31st, so we never know.
They talked a little bit about all the different fixes and how they're going to be supporting this game for many years to come. And they appreciate all the feedback they're getting. So they're talking about the things that they're going to be adding content and things like that. Also, they're working with NVIDIA, so those of us on PC who have NVIDIA, GPUs, which is the vast majority of people, will have RLS support finally.
Well, let's be honest. That letter also said they're working with NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel.
They've already been working with AMD.
Yeah, they're working with everybody.
But the fact that a major company is announcing that they're actively working with those companies is a plus in my eyes.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, it means that they're really focusing. And they also very much stress the fact that they are listening to our feedback and fixing the things that we want fixed. They even went as far as to say that they want to add. A lot of people asked for a eat button, apparently. So they said that they're working on adding that soon.
And city maps.
And as we get into our stats, you'll see how excited I am for that eat button.
Yes.
That'll be.
Yeah, these stats are extremely detailed in this game. We discovered just how detailed, and it's going to be the backbone for the challenges that we're going to be starting up in a couple of weeks. And we have different ideas for it, and we want your guys' feedback on your ideas for challenges that we can do for a week or two. And all three of the hosts, along with you guys, hopefully, are going to be doing these challenges. And one of the ones that for instance, I pitched with the guys yesterday was about doing a pacifist challenge. And at the end of the game, and here's this caveat though, you have to do at least 2 faction quest lines, as well as the main story. And at the end of the game, whoever has the least amount of kills will deem, the winner of that challenge.
Now, we talk in the end as in, as soon as you hit New Game Plus?
Yeah, we're going to be making a new characters. New characters.
Okay.
And then, as soon as you beat the main story, you have to have at least 2 major factions finished before you complete the main story and finish the game.
Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Least amount of kills. Okay.
Least amount of kills. The full pacifist.
That means I need to find an EM weapon so I can just stun people.
I'm going full diplomat. I already built the diplomat character, but...
Well, the problem with going full diplomat is one of the quest lines, at least, one of the factions, you have to fight, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the least. It's not going to be, Bethesda already announced, there's no way to get through this game without fighting, but...
Now, are we talking, the least amount of, human kills, or,
Kills. Pacifist.
Just kills in
kills
general.
In general.
So even if you get attacked by, say, a Terramorph or something.
So we're going to have kills. It's just going to be who has the least amount.
Xenomorph, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So you got to be very careful about which 2 factions you pick.
No. You got to do them all.
Got them all. All right, so we're going to go into a little comparison, and you guys are going to see a very clear difference in our playstyles. It's kind of hilarious. We're going to start off with General, and I think this is where Rook's going to shine the most. This one and Exploration.
Yeah.
And those of you guys who don't know, in your character status, if you're on PC, you press B, and it pulls up your status effect, your character, and all your stats. I don't know what the button is for controller, though.
You can also get there from the menu by clicking on your status effect. It'll bring you to that same menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the general category, there is locations discovered, and we did already go over these last night. These ones, and
some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Rook was definitely the clear winner on locations discovered. Or
338.
No. Yeah, and I have 197, which I was surprised I had that many.
I only had 172.
So what I do is I run through every planet and I hit a lot of the locations on those planets. Because that's also where you find all the cool, random, legendary stuff if you're just out having fun.
Locations explored. I have 151. I'm not sure the difference in that, though.
I'm at 428.
Yeah.
So I'm last place. That's appropriate. All right. Days past, I have 55.
46.
I'm at 73.
Dang, dude. I told you. Hours slept 42.
91.
49.
I do it just 6 hour increments at a time just to get the bonus.
I slept for like there's a certain part where it tells you something's gonna happen in like 7 days or something like that. So I just like sat there and slept until it happened. So that's probably all of my hours slept.
There's a side quest.
I always forget to sleep for the experience bonus.
There's a side quest that you have to wait 24 hours in between each update. So I would just sleep for 24 hours.
And by the way, guys, to all the listeners, I'm the lowest level of the group by a lot.
That's kind of. It seems kind of weird that I always forget my sleep bonus, but yet I'm the highest level out of all of us.
What level are you?
45.
50.
I'm 52.
Oh, you're higher than me now.
Told you, I'm the lowest. Don't know why. I'm the most combat oriented, and I'm the lowest.
There's more to this game than combat, sir.
Yeah,
in combat,
that's true.
Honestly, kills don't really give you that much experience.
Actually, with how many locations I've explored and stuff like that, that's the reason why.
I have 0 hours waited.
Me too.
35.
You actually waited?
Yeah, I sat at a bar. I sat at a bar and waited for 24 hours and then 12 hours.
I never wait for anything.
Now, this is also where I'm going to be the lowest because I'm up clearly the poorest. I have 1,065,000 credits found.
I have 1,478,683.
I may be at 5,227,000.
Yeah, he's our wealthy one over here.
and based on what I've seen of YouTube videos, there's people with a lot more than that.
Well, those people also used exploits and cheats. So
very much so, yeah.
Those people spend entirely too much time going back and forth to a certain puddle, and if you know, you know.
And I have a habit when I'm playing through the game that where if I get to a certain credit limit, I go spend it. Usually I'm building a ship. So the most credits I've ever carried is 200,899. 889.
200,000? That's the most you've ever had at a time?
Yep.
I forgot I was carrying money and had 408,919.
Oh, I had 2.7 million.
But you see, I'm the only one that's on my second new game. But we'll get in that later.
Yeah.
It is sad you have so little money and you're on your second new game.
Yeah. I don't...
Yeah.
It just goes... Because it kind of shows what my playstyle is like, especially when we get into the rest of the stuff. I'm not sure if we want to go into everything in here.
The next one we found interesting was the food eaten.
Yeah. AKA the food button that we were talking about. How many did you have?
I had 63.
63. That's a pretty
19.
Nice 19. I have 0. I have eaten no food ever in this game.
The only reason I've ever eaten was when I didn't have med packs and I needed to get health.
What I almost died
such
eating
little
it
health,
just
though.
enough.
Okay, so like one piece of food gives you like 5 health. I have 1,528 health. What do I need food for? I can literally...
That 5 points could be the difference between life or death. Trust me, I know.
Nope.
That's why I started carrying med packs and everything with me.
Persuasion successes?
I've been struggling with this one. I've done a lot of persuasions, but failed a lot, and it's at 17.
Okay, I'm standing at 32 currently.
76. I use persuasion a lot.
He's the persuasive rich guy of the group.
And now maybe that's why I'm so rich.
Who just doesn't eat because he's too wealthy. He doesn't need food anymore.
Well,
the
like
Lord guy though, the biggest.
I'll go through and hire people, and when you hire them, you can persuade them to take less. So I do that a lot. And
There's one thing I when we were reading through this that I didn't know was even a thing until we read this, but it's snow globes collected. I think all 3 of us are 0.
No, I'm at 3.
You found 3.
Yeah.
The other night we were at 0.
No, I've been at 3 for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, remember he's the one who told us where, what a snow globe was and where to find one, because I never
randomly I found.
Whoops.
Funny thing is randomly I found one inside a locker.
I probably have seen them.
I think I have seen them. I didn't collect them because I didn't know that was a thing. But now that I know, I'm going to start collecting them.
So your lore master here is running around with 136 data slates read.
Yeah, I only have 38.
I'm not doing too bad on that, and I actually do read them. My history in games before is to ignore all the written text, but I have 98 read, and I actually read them.
I don't know what the skill challenges are, but apparently I've completed 35 of those.
For when you do a skill challenge to get to the next rank of that skill. So like headshots for my sniper, I need so many headshots before I can get to the next skill level.
I have a whole lot of those.
I only have 37.
Yeah, 37.
I have 35, so I guess I don't have that many.
So the next category is
it's all you, Rook.
All out of.
You go ahead, man. Knock it out.
So I visited 54 systems.
How do I have more than you unvisited?
Because you tend to jump to a bunch of different systems. I actually spend a lot of time.
And fully explores it. So
here's where the difference is. I have 200 planets scanned and 100 fully surveyed.
Yeah, I have 14 fully surveyed, 105 scanned, and 78 visited.
Wait, you have how many scanned?
200 scanned.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I have 247 scanned because I sat there all day just scanning planets just so I could be ahead of you.
Yeah, but how many have you fully surveyed?
13.
Well, I'm not in last place. I have Archon by 1.
Have you landed on? How many planets have y'all landed on?
85.
70.
123.
No surprise. Yeah, Rook's eating this up over here. You can't see his face, but on camera, he's just eating it up.
Like, haha, I'm the expert.
Hey, there's one thing I do well in this game, and it's explore.
I have a whopping 6 flora scanned and 4 fauna.
I have 11 and 2.
I have 57 and 67.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
And 77 unique creatures scanned.
Jeez.
Gee.
I told you, I've been busy exploring.
I have 27 uniques and 23 temples found.
I have only 13.
The ship section, that's where I'm going to shine. That's my
Let's take a look at these ships there, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead, Archon.
Grav jumps, 84.
I got you beat by a mile.
Probably.
I have 100
because I don't do as much exploring.
You have 39 more than me, sir. I have 145.
I'm exactly 100 more than Archon.
My furthest grav jump was 36.
Yeah, you got me beat.
Yeah, me too.
I was at 17.
21.
8 ships registered.
0.
17.
Wow.
I register them, sell them.
I have never hijacked a ship.
I have 7 ships owned.
I only have 4.
Most expensive ship.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
I know I got you guys on this one. My most expensive ship is 491,000.
You barely got me, though. I'm at 449,000.
I have the least most expensive ship at 398.
I feel like I need to build a bigger ship.
398,000 when I say 398. What is the largest ship owned?
Mine's not that big. It's only 2,059.
It's still bigger than me. I'm at 1625, and that was my big boy on my previous playthrough.
Well, I have
2073.
I have a ship that has like 7,000 something cargo on it.
Jeez.
I need to make a bigger one. I've seen ships out there with like 144,000 cargo.
I have you all beat. I have 0 ships sold.
Ships sold? Oh, I've only sold 2. But how much money have you spent on your ships?
173 grand.
366,662.
Okay, how do you have a 450,000 credit ship, but you only spent 170,000 on it?
Because I got that's a spoiler. I got a ship doing a quest line that had a high value to begin with, and I modded it up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I made my 491,000 credit ship. I made literally from scratch. I sold everything on a ship to where it was just bare bones nothing and made my own ship.
So your most expensive ship owned is a better value than what his was because you actually enjoyed
all 491,000 credits on that bad boy.
Yeah, so you probably... I have painted 4 ships.
How many ship modules do you guys have you guys built?
You got us beat, dude. I only got 66.
Ship modules built 24.
Yeah, 115.
God.
We built a few ship modules. That's
Yeah, just a bit.
I do spend some time on ships. I enjoy them.
I want to, but I get myself distracted too much doing quests and killing stuff that.
I want to, and then I look at, as I'm building the ship, I look at the cost of the ship, and it's like, I can't afford this, and delete it.
You know how many ships I built, like completely built, and then one thing is just like annoying me about it, so I just delete it. Don't keep it. Oh, it's...
Right, we're on the missions category. I currently have 106 quests completed.
73.
I got more than somebody. I got 78.
So yeah, I got something I'm on the lead with here.
I thought I would have the fewest, but apparently I don't.
You'll. We're getting to the combat section. I think you lead in that section for the most part.
I hope so.
I'm a liar.
Otherwise, I'm a liar. I have 42 activities. Activities, huh? Well,
49.
I'm not sure exactly what they refer to.
Activities are the things where you go talk to people to start a quest line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I have 78 completed.
Yeah, my breakdown is out of my 73 quests, I have 25 main quests and 48 side quests.
27 main. And 79 side.
I have 19 main and 59 side quests.
All right, combat. Here's the fun one.
Yes. Of course, my most killed is by far people. My number one target. I have 701.
Too.
That's it?
Yeah, so the pacifist thing is going to be a problem for you.
I have 1,000. Hey, Joe.
You got me beat on people?
12 people killed. Yep.
I only have 535.
I have 161 creatures killed. So not a whole lot.
319. I kill a lot of creatures.
But I'm pretty sure I have less hours played than both of you, so... Turrets killed? 80.
66.
I have 80 robots killed.
57
robots.
Yeah, we're right there on... Elite enemies, I have 117.
82.
But this is where it's going to... Jeez. This is where it's going to really reflect my style, is I have 432 sneak attacks with 810 criticals.
I'm not far behind you on criticals.
I'm not far behind you on criticals either.
I'm at 764.
Sneak attacks, I'm only at like 35.
I'm at 159 because, sniping while crouched and the enemy can't see you.
I don't.
The funny thing is,
I go in gun crazy.
I have 83 boost packs destroyed.
I love that you can do that. I have 155 boost packs exploded.
I normally don't aim for it, but it is hilarious watching them fly all over the place and blow up and ragdoll everywhere on low gravity.
Or when they can't and they kill everybody around them.
See, the funny thing is, like, the power is used, and this is where it's really funny, is that I only really use one power, mostly. I use some other ones, but I have 441 used, and mostly one.
What?
I only have 128, but then again, you've had powers unlocked a lot longer than I have.
Dude, I completely forget that I even have powers most of the time. I've used 23.
Wow. I have 600.
I've learned in the New Game Plus that certain powers are great.
Yeah, and I should use them more. I just always...
Now...
The key to use them is in a dumb place, and I just always don't get it.
I don't use the one you think I use the most.
You don't use Fus Roda?
No, I think that you probably use the one that gives you oxygen the most.
Actually, no. I just found out about that one and how well it works yesterday.
Oh.
I use the anti-gravity one a lot.
Oh. Okay.
Elites can't shoot you if they're floating.
That's true.
That's valid, yeah.
What about your scoped kills?
Scope kills, I'm at 696.
How are you so low?
I'm only at 629, so...
I'm at 1027.
I have 1,274 headshots.
Okay, so you got... I'm going to stop right there because I won't make Joe mad.
You're beating me on every category on this?
Well, the problem is
hold on.
here's the difference. Your headshots are kills. Mine are multiple hits to the head to kill them.
That's valid.
So,
I have 2,168, but it takes a lot of rounds to kill them.
here's where my Call of Duty skills pop in to the game. I actually have more than both of you in headshots. I'm at like 2316 right now.
Now, here's the question, Joe. What's your maximum damage shot?
Oh, it's less than Archon because he found a better sniper rifle than me, but my max was 788.
Yeah, you got me beat by over 250.
Yeah, my max is 1270. But I'm only I'm only on New Game Plus 1, and like once you get to like New Game Plus 10, you find just ridiculous weapons. I saw one earlier that had like 1200 damage on the weapon.
Okay,
So-
well, here's two stats we didn't talk about last night, actually. I'm curious about what your numbers look like. Starborn killed.
31.
33.
51.
Ships destroyed.
Yeah, ships destroyed. That's what I was really curious about with you guys. What do you got?
128.
157.
You guys both got me beat. I'm at 102.
Here's my favorite weapon, and this is the reason why I have so many headshots over you. Is my favorite weapon is the AA-99 rifle.
See, what it says for my favorite is not true. I like the old world hunting rifle, but it says mine is Beowulf.
Yeah, which
is a
one
50
did you
cal.
get what's the one you did the most kills with? That's what it's going based off of.
Yeah, probably because I had the Beowulf long before on my first playthrough before I got the hunting rifle. And I do not have one in this new playthrough. I have no sniper rifles. It's annoying.
So apparently, personal atmosphere is my favorite power.
Send star stuff. That's the one I use. When I go somewhere, I highlight everybody because I have the second level power of it. I highlight everybody so I know where they're at and I can plan my strategic, kills.
See, that's another reason why.
Mine shows anti-gravity field because you have to use that one in the quest. And so that I had that one, and like anytime I accidentally use a power, that's the one that's just set. So,
But yeah, so that's the reason. Yeah, my kills and stuff are high, but I've gotten punished a lot. Yours are. I wish it would actually tell you how many. It told you how many sneak attacks, right? Yeah.
Mine-
So that's the biggest difference. Is I'm fighting for my life. You're picking and choosing your targets. There's a reason why I have a lot more kills. But then again, mine has a lot more kills because I'm exploring planets and going to all these locations that have a lot of spacers and ecliptics. So that's the reason why my kills are so high.
mine shows my favorite weapon is the mag shear, which I totally agree with because that rifle I have is just absolutely amazing. That rifle is just nuts.
I'm very methodical when I go through a location because I want to go in and with this little being discovered as possible and methodically just take everyone out.
So on that note, how many melee kills do you have?
Hardly any because I suck at that. 14.
What about you, sir?
196.
I'm a long range sniper.
I'm at 20.
Dude, I love... See, even when Okay, so I have a ton of headshots. I have 1,623 headshots, but if they don't die... See, I'm running at them while shooting them in the face, and if they don't die by the time I get there, I finish them off with my knife. So that's where I'm getting all my melee kills from.
I have 20, and it's because the guys with the axes that like running up to you and try swiping at you.
I pull out my... See, I'm a true sniper. I have my suppressed pistol, always on key 2, and my sniper rifle on key 1. So if they get close, I switch right to my pistol and take them out.
I got my melee on 1 and my rifle on 2, so I'm running at him, hitting him in the head with my rifle, which is... I think the rifle is only like 21 or 36 damage, so it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it shoots so fast. It's got like 360 speed. So I hit him in the head like 5 or 6, 7, 8 times, and then by the time I get there, it's just whoosh, dead.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that mag shear, and I hate it. Screw you and your mag shear.
I love the mag shear.
I actually almost died a lot because of those.
Yeah,
This is where
Y'all
y'all
know
got
this
me
is-
beat bad.
Not so much. Like the only really crafting I do is weapons, and even then, I think Archon is higher. I think he's got the 4th rank of weapon engineer, and I'm only a 3rd.
Yeah, I got the 4th.
I've only crafted 10 weapons, so you got me beat by a lot.
Weapon
Yeah.
mods?
Yeah.
I have 44,
Oh, see, I got 96.
and that's
And
the
I've
reason
only
why you
crafted
have the 4th.
Yeah. Armor mods, I have 79.
0.
I beat Joe by 4.
I have never crafted an armor mod.
Oh, wow. Organic resources?
Organic 26.
Y'all got more than me, and I've only recently started picking up organic resources. I got 22.
I got 50 in organic.
182 at inorganic though.
516 in inorganic.
I'm at 117, so y'all got me beat there too.
No,
Hems, I've only crafted 3.
I have 9 crafted.
Ha! I've
I
crafted
have
8.
3. I
Yeah, I got the win on that one finally.
I have 1 food.
0.
0.
I've built 10 outposts.
1.
6.
And I've built 306 objects.
Jeez, dude.
23.
78. He's got just beat by a factor of
And-
10 almost.
Did
How
I
many
not
cargo
tell you
links?
guys from the beginning that crafting consumes me? This is why you guys have explored so much more than me. This is why you have done more quests
Exactly.
than me. Because I sit there and build outposts and ships all day.
And I spent a long time recently trying to figure out cargo links, and I got 4 established
At 0.
Yeah.
before I decided to wipe it out and do my new game plus. Crime.
How many? How many
Crime.
about you?
What's up?
How much of a criminal are you?
Hey, you never. Archon never
what?
said how many cargo links he
Links.
established.
Oh yeah.
7. So I have not linked every outpost I've built, but I'm working on it. I didn't at first. I didn't realize how you could connect more than one. I thought you can only connect 2 together, but like now that Widget has figured out how to do
A
like,
multi-chain.
connect both of them like a chain where you can send them all to one place. Now that's awesome.
Crime, gentlemen. I have
Crime.
95 locks picked.
Amateur.
Yeah, that's because I keep running out of digipicks.
I have 137.
You got me beat by 1. I have 136.
I've never picked a pocket.
Either.
Where have I?
I have stolen 35 items.
10.
You thief! I've only stolen 8.
I have, okay, this is funny. I have 0 assaults, and I have 2 murders.
I have
0,
1
0.
assault. I have 1 assault and 1 murder.
And
0
those 2
assaults.
murders were completely planned and executed to perfection without ever getting caught.
0 assaults, 0 murders, 0 trespasses, and 0 times arrested.
0 trespasses and 2 times arrested.
Yeah, no trespasses, no arrests.
How much contraband?
I've carried 8, but I have never taken it to another planet.
I've carried 10.
I have carried 3, and I've never been caught with it.
Same.
I got caught because I forgot I had it.
I have 0 acts of piracy.
Same.
Same. What's your
I've-
total lifetime bounty?
See, I don't even remember. See, I have never been arrested or anything. Oh, probably because
Same.
my wanted trait. But mine is 500.
So's mine, but I've
You don't have. You didn't take the.
I
wanted
wonder
trait.
if the like you just like the base bounty is 500.
I have 2,566, and a lot of it is because as I engage enemies in space, I end up hitting the friendly ships.
Oh yeah, I've never done that.
There is a story quest. If you fail to if you pass the persuasion, you get a 500 bounty from it.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, there is actually
Oh, okay.
the collector.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close my game now, so I don't need that.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
That way we can actually do stuff.
We can talk about our gameplay.
So who wants to go first?
So my gameplay has been pretty simple. I hit New Game Plus because I felt like I was behind.
You were anti-Star
By a
Wars.
lot.
Definitely were.
But on New Game Plus, I have not even gone to the lodge. All I did was I went, oh, they want me to go there? I'm going to go over here to the Freestar Collective and do their quests.
You were a Freestar Ranger.
Because I'm a Freestar Collective settler. So it just made sense. And so I knocked out that quest line, which is, I love the story behind that quest line.
It's interesting. It really is.
I wish they would dive deeper with more side quests into the lore of the war.
Yeah, and
because I really like that side quest.
You know, Rook, if you go to the lodge, you can choose not to take the main story quest, and then
I'll get to the lodge when I get to it.
Then you can. Well, what I'm saying is, then while you're doing all this other random stuff, you can be collecting the artifacts on the different planets you're going to, because it randomizes where those artifacts are. So you could just,
Now, one thing I am noticing with my playthrough, with me not going to the lodge, is I don't have a companion. And it does make it a little bit more tricky for me to survive these high combat situations, because everything's aimed at me and nothing's drawing the fire from me.
I never bring a companion into a combat. I always make them wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I bring them in.
I generally don't either.
Because it messes up my stealth.
Well, see, my style is I'm out exploring, so I have a companion with me exploring. My only issue with this is that the companions like to start attacking the wildlife when I'm nowhere near that particular wildlife.
Yeah.
So that's where I got a lot of my wildlife kills.
All right, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, so
I got my wildlife kills because if you shoot them instead of scan them, then you don't have to scan them and then shoot them.
Yeah.
You just shoot them and it automatically scans them, so I just kill everything that moves.
But at the same time, I just run past and scan and keep going the direction. I don't stop to keep shooting.
So, have you finished the Rangers quest line?
I have, and I got the ship.
Oh, that's a spoiler issue. Jeez, dude.
That's one that's well known, though.
Everybody knows that you get the ship because a quick search online tells you where you get 3 of the easiest free ships to get. So
that's the one I remodded.
I haven't modded it yet. I want to, because I want to turn it into a really good fighter, but then I sit there and look at the Lonely Frontier that's not being used for anything, and I'm like, do I really want to modify the Freestar one, or do I want to modify the Frontier?
It has extremely good weapons to start with, except for the missiles. The missiles suck, but...
Yeah, I have not done that quest line yet, but I'm going to have to soon.
See, I want to talk to Rook about certain part of that quest, but I won't, for our listeners' sake and for your sake. So we'll talk about it once you do it down the road, because there's an interesting twist in there. I'm really curious about which way Rook went and how he did it.
I already know the answer to that question.
I did not do what you did.
Yes.
He knows the answer. He knows what we're talking about. I did not do what you did. I actually confronted and did that.
Okay.
Listen, and I did that ending of that quest line.
Okay. Gotcha. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was wording it to where I didn't get spoilers.
So what else did you do?
Other than that, it's just been a lot of exploring, because I learned that you can find, apparently in this game, some of the websites say there are rare blueprints that you can find. So I gave up on doing any more quest lines. Started the Ryujin one, got bored and started going out and exploring again. And I'm trying to see if I can find these rare blueprints or legendary ships landing on the planet so I can try taking them. But no luck yet.
Yeah. It's part of my playthrough. I'll talk about it later. But anyway, I don't have it in my notes. I've noticed that some of these little minor side quests give you some pretty interesting goodies. Mm-hmm. I did one and I got the recipe to make Aurora. I'll never make it, but I can do it.
All of them have a pretty decent reward to them. There's a point to do every single quest in this game. So
yeah, and some of them have, and some of them like in Aquila, when you run up, you'll hear 2 people arguing about Ashta defense. I did that quest line, and it actually was a really good story. The characters in these side quests are actually decently developed. I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, they said they spent a lot of time on the quest developments and stuff like that. And as far as Widget, like he's talking about his sniper rifle. There's actually a little side quest in Aquila that if you go,
I know there's a few I
left,
could do to get it. I just haven't done them because I've been too busy with doing the UC right now.
yeah, if you go like to the left of that bar or whatever, there's a guy over there that gives you a quest that ends in a legendary sniper rifle. So
Yeah, there's a really good one you get from doing the Rangers too. It's white, but the stats on it are incredible.
Yeah, I got a legendary. What's that 50 caliber sniper rifle?
The Beowulf.
The Lawgiver. I have. I have an actual.
Well, that's the name of it. Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, right now I'm debating upon if I want to go back and do the finish up the reunion. You keep telling me it's a good quest line, but I got really bored because it's not my playstyle. So I may actually go to the lodge just so I can access their mission terminal and start doing a lot more explorations.
what about that? What about that little Easter egg you found?
Oh yeah, so there's a suit you can get in the game that has a red top and some white pants. And the dead body that was wearing it that I came across literally looked like Wade Wilson after cancer wearing a Christmas outfit.
From Deadpool.
Yeah. That to me, which is funny. And now that I saw that once, I see it everywhere.
He showed us a picture of it, and it looks just like it.
Yeah, definitely the burnt face and everything. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I loved it. It made me laugh for a while. But yeah, that's really. I wanted to go over some lore, but I think I'm going to do that next episode because I want to give people that haven't beat the main quest line more time to beat it. Because I will spoil a lot of information if I tell that lore.
We'll still give the warning anyway, just for those who haven't. Yeah. But I think that's a good call.
Yeah, my playthrough, I kind of did things a little different this week. I wanted to try something new, so I created a new character completely. I named him Dusty because they keep calling me Dusty anyway, so I was like, just name him Dusty. And I decided I was going to do a playthrough with Dusty where he only uses melee weapons. That's it. Only melee weapons. Obviously, like, I got to use my cutter to, like, break stuff and, like, materials and stuff. But other than that, like, killing-wise, I'm only using melee weapons.
He's doing a self-inflicted challenge.
Yeah, it started out really slow. It was... You have to be really quick because you take a lot of hits and you can't avoid it, and I died several times. But as I started getting more ranks in, like, melee, you get to the point where, like, every time you kill him, you get 10% of your life back, which was huge. And then eventually I got to the point where I got the rejuvenation perk.
Yeah, you told me to grab that, and I did. Good call.
Hands down, most OP skill in the game. Like, if
I'm only rank 2 with it, and it's super useful.
Once you get to rank 4 in that, where, like, you can regen health pretty quickly in combat... If you're on normal or lower, you can't die. You'd have to just stand there and let 15 things. You'd have to stand there and just let, like, 10 mobs shoot you in the face nonstop and just not fight back to die.
If anyone's curious, Rejuve is a tier 4 skill in the physical.
And it is. It's ridiculous how quickly. It's like you're using med packs, but you're not. Nonstop throughout the whole fight. It's crazy.
If
you do get away... Well, if you do get away, when you do get away, all you got to do is, like, go behind a wall, and in, like, 5 seconds, you have almost all your life back. So you just get out of the line of fire for a couple seconds, pop back in. It's pretty nasty. But so far on that playthrough, I've made it, I would say, about 75% of the way through the main story quest.
I didn't realize you were that far along.
Oh, yeah. I'm at the mission... The one I was telling you about that I don't really like that much, where you have to jump back and forth between realities.
Yeah.
I made it there, which is not far from the end.
I went over to Rook's house on Sunday to watch football and hang out with him. We went up playing Starfield and watching football, but I was watching him go through that quest, and I had to go home to feed the dogs, but I didn't want to because he was finishing the game. I wanted to see what his was like.
He sat there and just waited till I was done because of the way I was playing.
But I got about to that point, and then I went back to my main character because I wanted to work on him a little bit more and get him a little further. I kind of want to see if I can get a couple more new game pluses under my belt, start getting some of the better stuff. As I was playing, I kind of inadvertently ran across a couple glitches, like the puddle glitch and a few other ones that are more well known, and I just thought it was funny that I kind of came across it on accident. One thing I will say, I guess we'll call this my tip of the week, is make sure you collect all the powers before going to New Game Plus.
At least as many as you can.
Yeah, as many as you can. If you can collect them all, you should, because once you get to New Game Plus, you'll get like rank 2 of it, and then New Game Plus 2, you can get rank 3 and so on. And if you miss them, then you're behind a rank. It just gets progressively stronger with each New Game Plus, so it's definitely worth the time to find all the temples, get all the powers, so that you don't get behind on those skills.
I could not agree more on that.
They do get progressively stronger, and I mean progressively stronger. It's noticeable from rank 1 to rank 2, so make sure you're getting those.
My favorite one I have rank 2, and after I finish this UC, I'm going to go back to the main story to where I can get to the point where I can start getting my tier 3 powers. And the tier 2 ones, because I didn't have near as many as I should have when I went my first new game.
And that particular power, your favorite one, will be really good for a pacifist playthrough.
Oh, yes. It really will.
So, quick interruption before Joe talks about his playthrough. Starfield posted a, what's that called? A vote on their Twitter about what are people collecting. And you know how we talked about what is all these plushies for? Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing people are collecting.
I'm not surprised. That does not. Because I almost, just like the snow globes we talked about earlier, I almost started picking up the plushies just because I saw so many of them. I was like, I wonder if these are like the bobbleheads and have a purpose.
Is toilet paper on that list?
It's plushies, mugs, succulents, and other. Let's see, ships, sandwiches, globes, and desk objects. And there's some toilet paper in there.
X is really bad about polls. You can only choose like 4 things at a time. I noticed that when I did my poll for thing. Also, speaking of polls, with our faction of the week that we were talking about, we're going to put a poll up on our X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put a poll up on there of the 4 main factions: the Freestar, the UC, the Varun, and the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah.
We're going to put them up there and see which one you guys would like us to feature this on episode 9 as our faction of the week, and take more of a deep dive into a particular faction. So we're going to put a poll up there, see which ones you guys want. We'll probably run that till the end of the weekend, so that we have time to start diving into it if we need to.
Yeah.
So we'll run until the end of the weekend and see what you guys want to hear about, and that'll be our faction of the week next week. So get on there, vote, pick which faction you want to hear about, and we'll bring it to you.
That's a good idea.
My playthrough is interesting. Did a lot of side quests on my New Game Plus, and then I got kind of to the point where I just really want to see how the universe starts to change, because as you progress through your new games, things start to change. I'm not going to say what, but I know how certain things do change. You just read online, you can figure it out. But things in the world start to change, and I was really curious about that. But also I wanted to refresh and do a little different with this one, so I started doing the UC quest right away. And in my first New Game Plus, I skipped the story. So I had no companions, and I realized that was a really big part of the game that I was missing out on, was those relationships, the interactions. So on my next new game, I chose to actually do the main story and actually have companions, even though I make them stay away from my combat. Before that, though, I did build my first real outpost, and I built it on Io, the Jupiter moon, because it has great iron and helium-3 deposits that are right next to each other. And both are a they're a very a big necessary resource for your outpost. Like, you need helium-3 to do your interplanetary transports. Why am I blanking? The links.
Yeah, the links.
Cargo links,
thank you. To do the intersystem ones, you need to have helium-3. And also those generators do a lot of power generation, so I wanted helium-3. So I'd have those helium-3 pumps, and I would direct one to go out to my generator, direct one over to my interlink, and no issues. And I still had plenty left over to use for other things. I also built another outpost on another planet. I didn't write it down, but I got that one for aluminum. So I was doing pretty good, and then I decided to make a new game. So that massive new ship I built, that was awesome, a fighter and all that, gone. But it was worth it. Before that, though, I was actually on Discord with these guys, and I was doing a side quest, and there's this... you go to these sleep crates. So they're kind of like... You remember this one? So they're like those storages. Yeah, like Storage Wars. And you get it... The lady there gives you an opportunity to buy one for 1,000 credits to see what you get inside. Why not? I had 100k on me. I just did 1,000 to see what I get. I opened it up, and I got 2 rolls of toilet paper. That's it. A bed and 2 rolls of toilet paper. So I had 2 rolls of toilet paper worth 500 credits each. And I got an option to do it again. So I did it again, like an idiot, and I got 1 roll of toilet paper. That was it. So I went back, and she gave me the third and final option to do it again. In my genius thinking, third time's a charm, I'll get something good. I got 137 credits and a toilet paper roll.
You had the most expensive toilet paper ever.
Let me do it only 3 times.
That's it. I thought like it would be like an endless gamble, and that eventually you'd get something good.
Well, I would go broke. I'd just get nothing but toilet paper.
Each of us should actually do this. Hey, Archon. Each of us should do this to see what we get versus what Widget got.
It's a side quest in Neon. I've got to remember which one it was. But yeah, I'm on my new game, so I'm going to try it again.
Watch you get more toilet paper, and me and him are getting legendary items.
I mean, 1,000's just like, that's not that much. So
if you guys don't know about, I spent a lot of time figuring this out on my own and doing research, but for the whole interlink system, the interlink pads, I put down, because I had 2 outposts on 2 different star systems. And I put down originally just the regular interlink pad, and you can't do that. Those are only for your outposts in the same system. In order to get across systems, you have to have the interlink pad inner system. And I did not have that on my list. And I found out that I couldn't find it anywhere online that what I needed to do to get it so I could build it. I went to the research station. Sure enough, the first thing I researched, I got it. So I put those down, and you have to have helium-3 to do it, like I said. And then you can actually link between the systems. Now, there's one in and one out on each pad. What materials are going to put on the pad to be transferred to the new location. The out goes out from that pad to wherever you want it to go. And that's how we were talking about how you do this chain sequence. You put those interlink pads down from one to the next. So you have the first one that goes to your main base. And you have a storage crate to store everything in there. Then the third one you do, you create an interlink pad, and you build a second interlink pad on that middle base. So you'd have the out from the second base go to the other interlink pads in. So it just transfers directly to the other interlink pad, which that pad will then take it to your first outpost. If that made sense.
So you have to have 2 of those pads at any of your bases that you want
to link together.
Yeah. That's where I was getting lost. I didn't realize that you needed a second pad. Like, I was just trying to basically take my one pad and take the input and link it to the output and see if that would send it to another one, but it wouldn't send it to another one, and it was frustrating. I thought you could only link 2 together, so now that I know you can link them all together to just one base, I'm
going to be doing a lot more base building or outpost building on this playthrough, I think. Maybe. Depends. I might decide to go for a new game 3.
I did find out that it is beneficial to have more than one storage container because the storage containers don't hold that much.
Yes, it is. It is beneficial. If you do some big outposts with a lot of gathering, you need a lot of containers.
Especially at your home base, if you're sending all your materials to one home base, you're going to want a lot of containers.
Yes.
And if you put the containers touching each other, they'll automatically overflow into each other.
Yes.
So when the first one fills, it'll overflow to the second one, and then to the third one, and to the fourth one. But they have to be touching each other. So
I did build a new character. I haven't played hardly any of them, but his name is Rogart Renwall III. He's a diplomat with extrovert, fan, and empath as his traits. So he's going to be.
You did wrong there.
What?
You didn't name him Esquire.
Yeah, you're right. I went with the third.
See, here's the thing, though, is that's kind of actually a little Easter egg. So if you ever go to Amazon and pick up Joe the Widget Wilson's book, you'll recognize the name of that character.
Yes.
It's actually a character from the book.
Well, the first name is, and the Renoir is the last name of a different character.
Yeah, it's a mix of characters from the book. So
Emperor of Continia. Look it up. So lastly, guys, I found an interesting term, reading a tablet, one of those slates. And the story of it kind of intrigued me because it was nasty as hell. It's called Gluntch. This is a term apparently in this game called Gluntch. And what it is as they described it, it's a glob lunch where you use an egg or whatever gooey glob they use in Aquila is exactly how they described it. And then you combine it with whatever you have laying around, like a chunk or whatever. And they even mention using gravel. So apparently that's acceptable for this. And then you put it between, and you put it between two slices of whatever bread substitute you have on hand, and that's called Gluntch.
It's like a modern goulash. You just use whatever you got around.
Except you don't put goulash between two slices of bread. That's...
It depends upon who you are. So... I got a question for y'all. I'm on our X right now, and I'm looking through our feed, and someone posted something, and I want y'all's opinion. So, when you are in a game and you have to make a decision, and you see the result of that decision, do you reload your save, or do you deal with the consequences?
Depends on what quest I'm doing. There are points where I do reload.
I do not reload. I deal with the consequences, and because I know I'll probably make another character later, so I'll just do a different one.
See, a lot of times I'll save before I go into those, specifically because if the consequences are really bad, like if you do something that makes one of your followers absolutely hate you, then I'm like, I don't want that person to hate me, so I'll go back.
So I made Ko hate me. Oddly enough, I made him hate me in his own story mission, his own character.
Oh, goody!
Mission.
Well, I'm sure you can do that pretty easy. Just like shoot his dad in the face or something.
No, I'm not going to ruin it, spoil it, but you can, if you're not careful, really make him mad at you.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of ways you can do that.
I can think of at least 3 or 4 ways to tick him off in that quest line.
The end of one option, I saved right before the end of the Freestar mission, only because in case the option really screwed up the gameplay. But for the most part, I stick with all of my decisions I make because it makes the story more interesting when you got to live with your own consequences in the game.
Yeah.
And the fact they made consequences important is interesting to me. I love it. And if next playthrough with another character, maybe since I know what one is, I'll choose a different option and see what happens.
I mean, you can do that on your New Game Plus.
Oh, yeah. On New Game Plus, too.
Yeah, your next New Game Plus. One thing I really enjoy about New Game Plus, and it's... I like that it gives you the little Starborn chat options where it makes it seem like you can tell the future and stuff, and some of them have been really, really interesting.
I wonder if we should do a no save challenge where you cannot do any saves, only auto.
So the only issue with that is real life,
or like when you log off for the night,
when you have to log off. So
when you log off, it auto saves.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk it because I had my autosaves wipe once along with a save. So I don't really trust that. So if we do it, I say only saves can be done when we log off.
All right, so we're getting low on time here, guys. So we do have our side mission of the week, and this is brought to you by Archon today.
Yeah, I came across a fun little mission. It's located in the Parima system on Parima 3. There's a quest there. There's like a little casino that you come into, and it's you get a quest in there called the Red Mile. And I mean, it's nothing cool like the Mantis where you're going to get some massive, awesome ship and set of armor and all this stuff. But it's just a fun little quest where you have to run this little gauntlet and hit a button at the end and then make it back alive. And like all the people in the casino take bets on whether or not you're going to make it or not. And you can repeat this quest over and over again. The reward wasn't super great, but the mission itself was really fun.
Did you know there's a leaderboard in there?
There is.
Inside the casino, there's a leaderboard. And if you get to that leaderboard, as you get your name on it, you get better and better rewards.
Yes, see? I knew. See, I was just going to say that I have heard that you can get better rewards.
But you'd have to run it like 40-something times to get number one.
Well, that could be fun.
Yeah, and you actually do this quest in the Freestar Rangers.
Yeah, you get the first run on it in Freestar Rangers, and it's fun. It can be challenging if you're not paying attention to your health.
Oh yeah,
like Rook did.
Unless you have the rejuvenation perk, then.
But I used dash power for that.
Yeah, I could see where that one would be useful.
I ran and sniped. That's all I did. Ran, jumped, and sniped, and just went there, did it, and came back.
Ooh, I need to run it again. I need to run through it again with my personal atmosphere and see how fast I get through it on that.
Yeah, you could.
So we're not telling you what
the mag shear and blowing stuff up.
So we've told people what some of these powers do. Personal atmosphere restores your oxygen, and it gives you unlimited oxygen for a short amount of time. So it's great for if you're over encumbered and you're trying to run, or in this case where you're just trying to run to a distance and then back. So it does
extend your run time. Your sprint time, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's very useful. And the only reason why I brought that up is because we told them what other powers do, so might as well tell them what that one does.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe thing at this point.
Yeah.
Because you get that halfway through the main story, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a fun little quest, and like I said, the rewards aren't super great, but it's a fun little thing to do if you're just looking for something different. Yeah, if you're just looking for something different from the usual, go to this planet, get this artifact, come back to the lodge. If you want to take a break from that, go run the Red Mile.
Do it. All right, guys. So this is going to be the end of our show. We don't have any emails to talk about this week. We are too low on time. I apologize. But if you guys want to get your emails in, by all means, email us directly at starfieldraw@gmail.com. We do check it quite frequently, so sometimes we'll just reply, or other times we'll put it on the show. You can also follow us on X, and that would be at Starfield RAW. Also, you can message us on that, and you can see our polls, you can see and put suggestions in, even our Discord. So if you want to get on our Discord, either go on X or go on our Facebook page, which is what?
Discord page. I will post on...
I said Facebook. That's what I meant.
Oh, Facebook? Okay. Facebook is Starfield RAW on Facebook. Just search for Starfield RAW R.A.W. That's how I have it, because RAW stands for us three, Rook, Archon, Widget. And that's why I did it for Facebook.
Which is fair. Mm-hmm. You can reach me personally on Twitter, X, at the Widget, WIGIT. You can reach me, Rook, at Rook213.
Or you could reach me, Archon, at the Archon606.
Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, and Google. We appreciate everything. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you next week.
Have a good week, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
And gals.